Hey, well, it's being willing to come back with another video. Hopefully this video don't get deleted, but we're gonna see how it go. Fam, it's just a little food for thought. You know, I don't know if you guys have been watching the Television and all these diversions that they have on there with the Kyle Rittenhouse case. I wanted to hit on that because, quiet as it is kept, I don't even think you even know how significant it was. I mean, it's basically pretty much just, you know, readdressing and reiterating the fact that, hey, don't get it twisted. You know, the judicial system works for certain people, not for all people. The fact that this was even a story on the news tells you that the agenda is real, right? The Chinese tennis star who was allegedly sexually assaulted by one of the Chinese prime ministers. Why do we care about that? Why is that news in America? You know why? Because it's another diversion. Then I wake up this morning and what are they talking about? In Wisconsin, some cat was driving an SUV and pummeled through a parade, killing like 5 people and injuring 30. Yeah, right. And like I said, you gotta always ask yourself, who filming this? You know, I'm telling you, every incident that's on the Television is actually probably false flags or not real, because who's filming it? If you've seen that Rittenhouse case, if anybody can say that dude was crying, then you are a hypocrite or a faker. Because remember, real emotions create tears. And if you don't have real emotion, then you're not gonna create any tears, man. This dude was on stage squeezing his eyes, faking, and got off. And this isn't a racial thing. I mean, you know, you hear Al Sharpton and all these black pundits on the Television talking about that this was wrong, this and that and the third. Dude, he killed other white guys. I mean, you got Congress members right now saying they want him to work and they want him to be an intern for them. Someone that went down intentionally, allegedly, with an automatic rifle and shooting protesters, killed 2 and shot another one, injured another one. This dude is a murderer. I don't care how you try to spin it. You voluntarily went down there on your own with a rifle to quote unquote protect, you know, properties that don't even belong to you. But see, this is the mindset that they want of young Caucasians, to be able to go out there and want to, because remember, the next fake war they have, they're going to need these type of cats. I mean, you know, with us, you know, they know we already kind of understanding that, no, they're going to war stuff for the birds, because you had that Afghanistan war last for damn near 20 years. And you have all these soldiers come back home with amputations, PTSD, and no reparations. When I mean reparations, I mean when the only thing that you're receiving is a loan, a VA loan, or a GI Bill for risking your life. That tells you right there where your value is, and where they see your value at in America. All these are just fake news stories, family. The real story is the fact they're giving $450,000 to illegal immigrants. You'll give $450,000 to illegal immigrants, but then you have soldiers and veterans come back to this country and can't even get a job, or 20%, you know, almost 20 a day committing suicide. Where's the infrastructure to help these cats out? There isn't any. Only nonprofit organizations where they want us to pay for it. And remember, as Afro-melanated people, you got to think about this. Who you think paying that $450,000 to the immigrants? Those are taxes. Those are monies that are either generated from taxes that we are paying for. So we actually paying reparations to criminals, to illegal immigrants. And we never receive any reparation. They won't even talk about it. And so if you're a voter, something wrong with you. Because who you voting for? Why would you vote? I mean, especially for Afro-melanated people. No, I'm calling them black, because they consider themselves black. If you're a politician, you pretty much consider yourself a black American. And if you look at me in this camera right now, I don't see a black person. I see a beautiful brown skin. I don't see a black person. And so as long as you relate to yourself as that, then you throw it in the game. I mean, we paying for other people's reparations, and for 400 years, never received anything. Okay? And so your black politicians, the game is the game. So you look at the Kyle Rittenhouse case, you look at the Chinese tennis star case, you look at this case in Wisconsin right now, and don't forget, don't get it twisted. The next race bait situation is this cat that was killed out there in Georgia, I think, that Ahmaud Arbery, where the two white guys, killed him in the streets. That's the next case. And so when they get off, then that's going to precipitate the quote-unquote protest. Now remember, it's not going to be us in the streets. It's going to be crisis actors and these phony cats that are getting paid to go out there and do this stuff to try to get us involved. But we got enough problems. Have you went to the gas? Have you been to the gas pumps lately? Have you been to the grocery store lately trying to buy some eggs and bread? Okay? Have your rent went up? Right? See the prices of new cars? See, that's the real news. So pay yourself first, family. Don't fall for it. And like I was telling JJ, and shout out to JJ, like I was telling her, send a message to her, let her know that, hold tight. Pay yourself first. Stack your chips. Because I promise you, this market is overvalued. And when they decide they want to steal from us again, all the people that's paying money to their pensions, all the people that's paying money to their 401ks, that's predicated on the stock market, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to go in and sell all their stocks and sell all their assets to gain money, to gain profits, which in turn is going to crash the market and cause a bad recession, or actually probably a depression. Because remember, this is the most the market has been overvalued in the history. But like I was saying, they have to do this every 7 to 10 years. That's how they keep their generational wealth, by setting the price of the stocks, going in buying stocks, raising the price, then the general public and those that are investing, i.e. a lot of these corporations that handle people's pensions, a lot of school districts, a lot of state and city agencies that provide 401ks and pension plans for the employees. How do you think they're making money for the employees? This money's not just coming out of nowhere. They invest in it into the stock market, to the bond market, which is basically ran by a small group of people. Okay? A small group of people that pretty much dictate how high they want it to go before they actually go in and sell all their stock, gain all the profit, and crash it. And then, of course, go back and redo it and do it again. It's cyclical. Don't get it twisted, family. And so, like I said, the one thing I wanted to talk about, I can't talk about because they always strike my videos. But if you go on to get certain shots, be careful. You dig? Then you got people dying of asthma, diabetes, HIV. And also, last thing before I get out of here, look at the many commercials dealing with prescription drugs. A lot of these new medications that you see these actors on there smiling and acting jolly, but then they tell you all the side effects of these medications. You trying to tell me that this shot that everybody has to get not gonna have any side effects when every medication that they give have side effects? Remember, it's a chemical reaction, so it's definitely gonna have something, negative that's gonna be in your body, because it's an unnatural chemical in your body. So if all the other prescription drugs that they tell us on the television, if every one of them have life-threatening side effects, you trying to tell me your common sense don't tell you that, well, if all the other medications have side effects, you mean this thing that we have to get don't? Pay yourself first, family. Like I say, family, in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Inside bring you joy. And being with us out of 5,000.